Hey guys, today I'm back with a new Affinity Designer tutorial. Today we're going to draw this little Game Boy. Keep in mind, I post 2 tutorials like this per week, so if you want to stay updated, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Alright, as you can see, I already pasted a picture of Game Boy to my artboard. I'm not going to draw on it, I'm not going to trace this picture. I will just use this as visual reference. We're going to start with a very basic shape, so I'm using rectangle tool to establish base shape for this little device. A little bit wider and larger. Alright. In the first stage of this project, I'm going to simply use stroke color. So no fill color just yet. Stroke color, quite big stroke, and red. We don't need any pressure on it. Very simple red line like this. As you can see, the Game Boy got one rounded corner. So let's use corner tool over here. Perfect. Now we are ready to draw this little part at the very top. So again, rectangle tool, it's snapping nicely. I got snapping on in my program, so the geometric shapes snap to each other. Very handy feature. You can turn it on and off by clicking on the magnet at the top of your program. Alright, this is the space for the screen. This needs to be rounded, so we can round this from the menu and then adjust the range using this orange control point. Inside this we got the screen itself. Alright, something like this. We do not try to make photorealistic image today. This will be just a little clip art, little illustration, so we got some kind of creative freedom here. You just looking at the Game Boy in the picture and then try to draw something similar, but our goal is not to copy it one to one. Alright, I'm going to duplicate this circle like this, a little bit overlap, so I can add them together as one shape now. Cool, and we can get rid of unnecessary nodes. So I'm using node tool, select unnecessary nodes and hit delete on your keyboard. One more time, node tool, select nodes you don't want and click delete on your keyboard. Alright, now buttons itself inside this shape, so we got one here, and then while you're holding command on your keyboard you can just drag the existing shape to make a duplicate like this. Cool. So we got 2 buttons here, and on the left side we will have arrows, right? So we got like the cross here. Let's try with this rectangle tool. One rectangle, copy and paste, rotate 90 degrees, and we got our cross. I think I will make it a little bit longer. So one more time, copy and paste, 90 degree. Here's the cross. Let's add it together. Perfect. Cool. We can resize this a little bit. Alright. We got 2 more buttons on this Game Boy. So I'm going to reuse this shape. Duplicate and resize, and then one more copy of it somewhere around here. Now I can grab both at the same time and reposition to the center. It will be snapping to the center, so wait for this green line. That's how you will know you are at the center. Alright, here it is. We got this little grid here, so I will just use the line for it. One copy and then hit Command J to copy again. Alright. Cool, we got the overall outline for our project. Now I will just copy the main shape. As you can see, I already got a copy here to give it this, like the side of the Game Boy, kind of fake 3D thing. Now I'm going to use subtract action, not like this, I need to undo. Alright, One more time, this at the top, and now subtract, so I cut out unnecessary part of the shape, only this little right side left. We can copy this here as well. Alright, that's kind of everything in, let's say, the first part of the project. We are almost ready to put some colors on, just this one last line. So let's break this shape, break here, and also break here. So we just need one line. We can get rid of the rest, so take it away and delete. We got this one line here in between. So that's all lines we need, I think. So we can start with colors. It's super easy when editing vectors, right? We got shapes already, so just click on the shape and then use color picker, and we can even reference to original photo for some original colors at first, then later on we can modify them, of course. So I'm just picking colors for my shapes from the picture. One more here, the side of it. All right. We got this cross here. And two buttons on the right side. Picking colors from the original picture, that's a good starting point. All right. I think that's all colors we need here. I select all, and now I will modify the stroke color. We will pick something gray. Not completely black, but like Gameboy gray, a little bit greeny in that. Cool. Now we can modify the size. Something like this will do in my case. Cool. Now time for some little details here and there. We can make this one a little bit smaller. For the screen, let's create a duplicate. I will use this duplicate to show that there is like distance between the glass and screen. So let's take this out for the duplicate and make it brighter like this. So we got this kind of like shadow showing, indicating that there's a little bit of distance between the screen and the glass itself. Cool. I can modify this color to be more violet. We got this little hole over here, so let's add this to our illustration. Nice. Now I'm going to use pen tool to draw additional line here, holding shift to maintain the angle, and then I can duplicate this line to the other side as well. This line appears on both sides of the Game Boy. Here it is. All right, just taking a look on the reference picture for some interesting details I can add here. I will modify the main color a little bit, and then I will also modify the side color. It will be based on the main color, just a little bit darker, like that. Cool. Now we need to do some changes in the bottom part of this project, of this illustration. We got a little grid here on the side, as you can see on the reference picture. So I'm going to draw the line here, and then I will duplicate this line several times. So I will just duplicate once, and then I will hit Command J, Command J, Command J, Command J to duplicate again. This way you will maintain the same distance between lines. Very helpful option called Power Duplicate. The shortcut for that is Command J. Alright, few more little color adjustments over here. I don't need stroke for this shape. We can also change our vents a little bit. So I will select all lines here, duplicate everything, and then I will give it a bright color. like this. So we got like dark lines and a little bit brighter lines next to them. That's nice. Finally, we got those two little buttons in the center, start and select. Let's add color to them from here. And that's almost all. I got these two things on the side of the Game Boy I skip. So I need to draw them right now here on the side. So one will be like volume and then a port. So let's draw this. Now my stroke is outside the shape, so I need to change that. This is really dark. I think I'll pick the same dark color from the cross, then change the color of the stroke to this one, and now the stroke is outside the shape. I need to put the stroke in the center as it was before, so we need to go to stroke settings over here and to the center. This actually should be rounded, so let's round corners for this one. We got one more little port here. Alright, this one's simple, and the first one, as I mentioned, it should be rounded, so I think I need to use corner tool for that. Just round the outside nodes like this, two nodes here, round, and here we are. All right, look nice. I don't want to make it photorealistic. This is just little clipart, little icon, so I think that's enough for details. One last thing we can do, we can round remaining corners just a little bit, so they're not super straight like this. Just round them slightly. All right, that should be enough. Now this rectangle at the top messing up corners, so I need to fix that. I can simply replace this whole rectangle thing with line. So I delete this rectangle and I will draw the line instead. Cool. And also this little one, drag it in until here. Nice. So here's our Game Boy illustration. We look at the reference picture to draw our own interpretation, our own clipart of this. This is not tracing, this is simply creating illustration from the reference material. Let's give this guy an expression here on his display. So eyes, I think old school Game Boy cannot render perfect circles like this. So let's replace that with something a little bit more pixelated. So I will start with square and then I will duplicate that, rotate, duplicate once more to create some kind of like pixelated edge, low resolution circle. All right, that's cool. Let's add this all together. Make a duplicate, so you got eyes, pixelated eyes, and now some kind of smile, facial expression using rectangle tool. Rectangle tool. Let's draw straight rectangle like this. This will be our baseline, so we know how high is 1 pixel. Now duplication, just dragging while holding command. And we can make some adjustments like this, then copy to the right side. Copy to the right and little finishing touch over here. Perfect. So this way we will be able to add some little facial expression to our Game Boy guy here. Nice. Now I can even add shadow or background color or some finishing details, anything you want here really. So to add shadow you can draw any shape below the object and then turn this color to something that is a little bit darker than background. If you got white background like this, it will be gray color. This is the way how you can quickly add shadow. If you want, you can even blur this element to have realistic shadow, but in our case, I don't think this will match overall design. So let's just select all, rotate a little bit, and we are ready to group this object. So we got just one group, and that's it. That's end of our project. In this project, we use stroke on all our shapes. So if we try to scale it down like this, take a look, our stroke mess up everything. And even if you make it larger, again, the stroke is really tiny now. So we need to force the stroke to scale together with the object by clicking on this checkbox. And now it's all right. We can scale it without troubles. Cool. Here's our little Gameboy clip art. Well done. And I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.